Well, this is something we've been talking about for about a week or so now. It's something that you definitely need to know about. An undercover investigation of several tax preparation businesses in Alabama, and they found some surprising statistics. ImpactAlabama investigated both local and national chains in our state. They found 11 out of 13 prepared fraudulent returns. Stephen Black is the president of ImpactAlabama, who headed up the investigation, as he's here to talk about that. Stephen, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
You came on last week to kind of talk about that you were announcing part of this investigation. You've turned this over to authorities. For folks who didn't get to see that, remind us of what your investigation found.
Well, there are such a huge percentage of working Alabamians who go to commercial tax preparers, and a lot of them don't realize we don't have any regulations in place for these operations. Some of them are ethical, some of them are competent, but there's no licensing requirement. They don't have to pass a test to get this job.
So you're just going on the assumption, I think most of us do, that they know what's right and wrong, and you think
Absolutely.
They're following the rules.
And these are complicated rules for most people. Unless you're an accountant or you have a business in tax, it's not fair to expect people to know every rule. That's why they go pay money to, in this case, non-accountants, these commercial tax preparers. So we wanted to get a sense of the level of accuracy and the quality of tax provision around the state.
What's the biggest fraud that you found?
The biggest fraud relates to the Earned Income Tax Credit, which is absolutely the most important tax credit for working families with children in the nation. It goes to a parent who has a child in their house for more than 6 months out of the year. So when two parents are split up, that's an important distinction. Our undercover operation, we went in as a taxpayer saying that we have the kid just for the weekends. And 11 out of 13 of the preparers we went into were happy and eager to give the tax credit to us.
Because the more money you're getting back, the more money they get for their work.
That's exactly right. And the problem with that, as you can imagine, is that not only defrauds the federal government, but that cheats the rightful parent who's doing most of the job raising that child out of that tax credit.
Because you can't get away with that. It will be red flagged at some point, right?
When the right parent goes into their tax preparer maybe a week later, it bounces back and they have to go through a 6 to 9 month to a year-long review with the IRS, which is very intimidating and onerous and long-winded, and a lot of them just drop it and it goes to the wrong parent.
So the important thing to note is, in all reality, people who are making, and they're paying extremely high prices too, right? Huge
prices, anywhere from $100 to, we had someone in one operation pay, and this is a very simple return, mind you. This is no itemization, about 30 minutes of work. This is one of the national chains, we paid $405.
That is crazy.
Which is a huge amount of money.
But there's ways to get your taxes done free. If you make a certain amount of money, you shouldn't even be paying this anyway. And that's kind of what led you to this investigation, wasn't it?
Absolutely, because we have a relatively new model in place where we train law students and accounting students and undergrad students from campuses all over the state that has created this huge, eager, very well-educated, well-trained workforce that are willing to provide tax preparation for families for free. And the problem is not many people know about it.
And the rate is $42,000 with children or less.
Right.
And it will be done absolutely free.
Absolutely free, and it's filed electronically with the IRS, which is another problem we found. These commercial tax preparers were giving people the option of a 48-hour return done through a refund loan, which is charges even higher rates, or they would say, or your other option is 4 to 6 weeks through the mail. They were failing to mention that you can file electronically with the IRS for free and have your money in 5 days. Okay,
so the bottom line, what do folks need to know? Who do they need to contact?
The bottom line, in your entire viewing area, where we have sites in Gadsden and Tuscaloosa, 2 in Birmingham and 1 in Bessemer, 1-888-99-TAX-AL. And we can schedule appointments. This is even into the evening hours and on the weekends and on Saturdays, and provide quality, fast electronic filing for free.
All right, and if you know someone who needs to have their taxes filed and they're in that income bracket and they need to do that, let's get out that number again. We've been working with you as well, trying to get out that information, but give out the number again in case someone just grabbed a pen and they want to write this down.
It's 1-888-99-TAX-AL.
TAX-AL, 1-888-99-TAX-AL. So jot that number down. $42,000 or less with children, $20,000 or less if you don't have any children, and you can get your taxes done for free. It's a good service.
Thank you for having us, and thanks for this incredible relationship we have with Fox to spread the word.
Stephen, thanks a lot. It's good to see you.
Thank you.